We're in, come on. Oh, look at that thing. That is absolutely sensational. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a crispy potato crust pie. No pastry, it's an easy recipe. I've got some fantastic new potatoes here, look. Washed, clean. I've got a pan with some water. We might have to add some more water. In there with that lot. Splash everything. In there with some salt. Stick them on behind me to boil. We're going to boil them for about 18 minutes. We want these soft. Now this becomes a leftover fridge clearance if you so wish. I'm going to stick in the recipe garlic, mushrooms, onion, minced beef and whatever. And then I'm just going to put veggies optional. I've got a wilted bit of celery, that's going in. I've got some old carrot and I've got a little bit of pepper. You know, so we might as well chuck it all in and use it up. I can't believe that, but there you go. Oh, it's certainly not a complicated one, this. Let's put that in there. Oh, quality ingredients, quality filming. Okay, let's give this garlic a mashing, okay? We want to mince it over. The big or small as you like, as usual. It doesn't matter. That will do. Carrot. Like I say, we're just using up, so just cube it up. I'll actually put a little bit of colour in there, you know. And for the top quality ingredients, onion, dice. Ooh. She's got one of those days today. I can see it. Dice your onion. Any which way you like. Big, small, anything. We got some mushrooms, give them a slicing. Okay, grab yourself a pan. We're going to crack on with the filling. We get the filling done. The potatoes will be nearly done. It doesn't matter if the filling goes cold. So this is a bit of a butter and oil job. Get a little bit of butter going on in there. A little splash of olive oil. Mushrooms. Now you can do this in any order actually. You can go onions, mushrooms. I'm going mushrooms, onion. They're going to soak up some of that butter in there. Now it's the season to taste. Watch what you're doing. A little bit of salt in there. Help draw out that moisture. A little whiz whiz, come on. Easy whizzy. Now if they get a bit of colour on it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's going to carry on cooking, you know. We'll just start it off. Onions. I'm just leaving it just a second, just going to get a little bit of tinge on those mushrooms. And we'll stir it all in. Okay, come on. Clear yourself a space. In there, that garlic. Hook out a little bit of that rawness in that garlic. And then we'll turn it in. And we're going to chuck those veggies in. the optional veggies just to clear the fridge. In there, those optional veggies. Okay, in there with our beef. Now this is frozen as usual. Salt and pepper on there. Salt and pepper to taste. There we go, look. Already defrosting. Fabulous. Okay. We want to be going in there with some dry thyme. Going in there with a little bit of smoked paprika. And if you want to use cayenne pepper, you would add it now. I'm not using it. I don't need this as a spicy dish. It's going to be a nice mince pie type dish. A couple of tablespoons of tomato paste or tomato puree, whatever you know it by. Let's build up some flavour in here. So let's have that in. And we're going to add just a little bit of sugar to this. And you'll see why, because we're putting some sour elements in here. Obviously this tomato's sour, but we're going to add soy sauce, Worcester sauce and a bit of balsamic. That's going to give us a superb depth of flavour in here. But if we add just a little bit of sugar, half a teaspoon or so, that will balance it. So there you go. So a little bit of soy, splash of Worcester and a little bit of balsamic. And bring that in. Oh, it smells amazing. Okay, now that would be a dry pie without beef stock. Beef stock is made out of gravy granules. In there. Now we want to cook this a little bit thick. We're cooking this a little bit thick, but it's going to stay very moist. Okay, once you've got a bit of a cooking on there and they're a little bit soft, drain them and let them steam in the pan. Doesn't matter if they're good cold, just let them steam. Okay, once your pie filling is thickened up a little bit like that, it's still moist and this is going to go in the oven. That is absolutely super. Flame off. Let that cool down. Okay, make sure you've got your oven on at 220. What we're going to do is put those in a pie tin. Now I'm using this just for easiness. It's a springform tin and it's about 8 inch. There you go. And what you need to do is crush those potatoes up in there and up the side of that tin. That is going to form our pastry, if you like. So the first job is butter out that. We actually want the potatoes to cook in there and on the side. Okay, easy as that. Potatoes, now you give them a mashing on the bottom. This is our pastry. Ooh, a bit warm. Now here's the bit, if you want to fancy it up a bit, you've got to take your potato and you've got to slice it through that way, because you're going to just put that like that. What we're going to do is overlap it just a little bit if we can, and we're going to try and make a fancy edge. It doesn't always work because we're going to give this a squash in, but what we're trying to do is get the skin onto the outside. Okay, and that'll fancy it up a little bit. So come on all the way around. So all I'm doing at the moment is trying to work out how many potatoes are going to go around here, to be honest, because we're going to squash this up against the side. Okay, we got this going on, can you see? Right, now just squash against the side. And if you have to squeeze some more potato in, squeeze it in. Now I must confess, sometimes you get a really neat edge and other times you don't. It depends how the skins go, you know, when you squash them. Well, we've got a little bit of potatoes left there, so what we're going to do is squash those up against the side, make a little bit thicker pastry with the potato. Why not? We're not going to waste them. Mind you could make a potato salad with this lot. Okay, I'm just grabbing myself a spoon and we're going to neaten it out a little bit, I think. Of course we are, come on. So this is all potato. Fabulous. Nice leveling off on there, look. Okay, that's as neat as I'm going to get it today. Right, put a little bit of butter in a bowl, a little bit of olive oil. Give that a mix up. In there. Brush it in. I'm going to put some in with a spoon and then we'll use a brush. And you can see the potatoes are still warm, so it's melting immediately. Now what we're going to do is get a nice buttery crust going on here, we hope. A little bit of a quick brush round there with your butter and oil. Now it's going to melt all the way down, but we're hoping it's going to crisp up. This is going to go in an oven, 220, for about 25 minutes. I'm going to take a little bit of Parmo in there. Just bring it up the sides and just give it a little sprinkling of garlic powder. In there, a little bit of black pepper. This is the only way you're going to season this up. It's inside the pie. Okay, and you can do salt if you want. Go easy on the salt unless you like it. Right, get that whacked in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay, when you've had your time, want to get that crusty goodness out of there. It's obvious what we need to do. We need to put our filling in there. Squash it in. And then we're going on there with a pinch of oregano. On there a little bit of cheese, a little bit of cheddar, or any cheese of choice to be quite honest. Just going to put a little crusty on the top. and a little bit of mozzarella. And if you've any of that Parmesan left that you just freshly grated, that can go on there as well, can't it? Okay, drop your oven temperature down to 200 from 220. Whack that in the oven 12 to 15 minutes. Come on. Now, of course, for a pie like this, you don't have to put the cheese on. You can just put the mincemeat back in there, chuck it in there, bring it out as a pie, serve it as a pie with no cheese on. The choice is yours. Okay, time up. Oh my word, look at that. Oh, on there. Look at that thing. That is absolutely stunning. There you go, we're going to leave that a good 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to crack it open and see if we've got a pie. Come on, we've had about 10 minutes just over. Will this hold together? Oh, look at that. Now, can we slice it? Come on, in here. See if we can come down gently down that crusty potato skin. We're in, come on. Oh, look at that thing. That is absolutely sensational. There you go, a fabulous pie without pastry. It's all held together. This is all potato crust, as you know. Look at that. Serve it with whatever. Serve it with some more veggies, gravy, whatever. Come on. Oh, it's all going to be loose, isn't it? Because it's all mince. But through that cheesy top, and in we go. Oh, that's absolutely incredible. Look at our pastry base. Our pastry base is all potato. It's sensational. It's a bit like a cottage pie, really. You know, you've got all that minced filling, but you've got the potato. A little bit different with a potato crust. I mean, come on, look at this. What you've got the soft potato inside, and the crust actually tastes like baked potato. That is sensational. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. So there you go, that's our crispy pressed potato, because we pressed it obviously, pressed potato pie. Oh, it's delicious. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends and tell them they don't have to eat pastry. They can make a pressed potato crust. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Oh, we'll catch you in the next video. That is amazing.